What's up, Broncos Country? Get ready because you're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you today. What happened in this second preseason game against the Cardinals was absolutely sensational, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. Sean Payton made a decision that initially worried a lot of people. He decided not to put most of the starters on the field. Just imagine. Many fans were disappointed thinking they wouldn't see real action. But folks, this was the smartest move the coach could have made. Why do I say this? Because what we saw on the field was a complete demonstration of the depth of this Broncos roster. That's going to give you goosebumps. This game revealed hidden talents, showed players fighting for their spots, and most importantly, demonstrated that hiring Sean Payton was one of the best decisions ever made by this organization. Denver Broncos family, you need to understand one thing. What we witnessed against the Cardinals was a clinic in football. The Broncos literally massacred Arizona. And this happened with players that many didn't even know very well. I'm going to start by talking about a truth you need to know. When Sean Payton arrived here, the difference between the roster he found and what we have on the field today is simply staggering. It's like day and night. People, the evolution has been incredible. The most impressive thing is seeing how the entire organization is functioning. Like a well-oiled machine, the front office making precise signings, the coaching staff preparing players the right way, and the athletes responding on the field with high-level performances. Let's get serious for a moment. Davis Webb as offensive coordinator called a perfect game. In both halves of play, the offensive strategy was designed to give real opportunities for our players to execute the plays. And man, what execution that was. What impressed me most was the intelligence on third downs. There was perfect balance between run and pass, leaving the Cardinals' defense completely lost throughout the entire game. Broncos Country, I need to tell you something. Jarrett Stidham is playing at a spectacular level this preseason. His growth in this offensive system, compared to what we've been seeing the past 2 years, is simply impressive. He completed 16 of 23 passes for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns with a quarterback rating of 130.5. Folks, these numbers don't lie. The guy is locked into Sean Payton's scheme and is showing he can be the perfect backup. There was one particular play that left me speechless. On a long third down, he checked down before the line of scrimmage and hit a 15-yard pass to convert. That's high-level quarterback IQ. On another third down, he changed the receiver's route and ended up getting a pass interference. That resulted in a conversion, and those touchdown passes, my friends, they were throws with precision and touch that would make any veteran quarterback proud. The ball left his hand like it was GPS guided. Sam Ehlinger also showed his worth in the second half, 14 of 16 passes for 162 yards. Sure, he's not competing for Stidham's spot, but he's demonstrating interesting skills for the coaches. He'll probably go to the practice squad, but has potential to grow. The offensive line was much more effective in this game than in the first preseason game. Our big guys were pushing the opposing defense around for almost the entire game, which is exactly what we want to see from our big uglies. Unfortunately, we had a serious loss. Nick Gargiulo got injured, and that's a real shame. The guy was impressing in training camp and certainly had a guaranteed roster spot. Let's hope for his recovery. R.J. Harvey had few opportunities, but made the most of each one. His 8-yard touchdown on the first drive showed a perfect combination of speed and power. That made Broncos Country cheer. Yellow McLaughlin continues, proving he won't give up his spot easily. He only had 3 carries, but one of them was for 35 yards. That rare combination of speed and agility he has is something special, folks. Tyler Beatty averaged 3.5 yards per carry, but showed his skills as a receiver coming out of the backfield with 2 receptions for 16 yards. Audric Estime, unfortunately, might be having trouble securing a spot, just 0.2 yards per carry on 9 attempts. Doesn't impress anyone? It was the same type of production we saw from him at the end of last season. Broncos Country, Troy Franklin deserves a massive mile-high salute. This guy is crushing IT, and I'm loving seeing it. The touchdowns in the game showing speed, improved sure hands and ability to run routes that left the opposing defense lost. Evan Engram showed exactly why the Broncos went after him. Right on. The first drive, first reception of the game, 58 yards. A play that set the tone for the entire game. Pat Bryant, the rookie, impressed me with his consistency. 7 receptions for 70 yards, sure hands, ability to hold onto the ball even when taking hits, and route smooth as silk. Caleb Lohner had a game to quickly forget. Only one reception for 4 yards, but the worst were the penalties, holding, illegal motion, and false start. You can't trust a guy who keeps messing up his own team. Michael Banney did solid work with 3 receptions for 55 yards, complicating the coaches' decisions when defining the final roster. Elijah Jones missed a golden opportunity. Fumble on a sure touchdown for not protecting the ball properly in heavy traffic. You have to have 3 points of contact. Lesson learned the hard way. The defense showed consistency once again, allowed only 1 touchdown drive, and gave the Cardinals trouble the entire game. The secondary coverage was almost perfect, and the pressure on opposing quarterbacks was constant. Jonah Elliss could be a starter on some NFL teams today. The guy is smart and has real pass rush ability from the edge. Started the game with a brutal tackle for loss, finished with 1 sack, 2 tackles, 1 TFL, and 1 QB hit. Jordan Turner, the rookie, showed he has a future. 5 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 1 TFL, and 3 QB hits. It's fantastic to see the Broncos developing promising players at the inside linebacker position. Devin Key worries me a little. His passive coverage style allowed receptions in front of him. He needs to learn not just to stay close to the receiver, but also to impact the play. Damari Mathis had me shaking my head negatively when he allowed an easy touchdown. By being stationary, a second of hesitation in the red zone is too much time. Courtney Jackson needs to learn to plant his foot and head upfield. On at least 3 returns, he left yards on the field trying to juke sideways. At the NFL level, that only results in lost yards. Jeremy Crawshaw had a much better performance with a 54.5-yard punting average. We need this consistency throughout the entire season. What's up, Broncos Country? If you're true fans and want to follow every play, every analysis, and every piece of Denver Broncos news, go ahead and hit that like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications because here you won't miss anything from the Broncos season, folks. I need to be honest with you, this was probably the most fun preseason game I could have asked for. Sure, there's always concern about injuries, but aside from that, it was a complete show. What excited me most was seeing the precision of operations. There's a quality, organization, and preparation that's jumping out at you. You can say it's just preseason, but I see something special happening here. And you know, what's the best part of all this? The decisions about the final roster are becoming clearer and clearer. This game served exactly for that purpose, to show who really deserves a spot on this team being built for great achievements. Sean Payton is showing why he's considered one of the best coaches in the league. The way he's molding this roster, developing talents, and creating a winning culture is something every Broncos Country fan should celebrate. So, Denver Broncos family, what did you think of this analysis? Who impressed you most in this game? Do you think Troy Franklin will get a significant spot on the main roster? And Jarrett Stidham, do you think he could be the ideal backup for our starting quarterback? I want to know your opinions about these discoveries we made. Did Jonah Elliss and Jordan Turner catch your attention too? And the concerns with Devin Key and Damari Mathis? Do you think those are points that can be adjusted during the season, Broncos Country? This is the type of deep analysis you'll find here on the channel every week. Don't miss the next videos, because the regular season is coming and there's going to be a lot of special content for you. Hit that like if you enjoyed the analysis, share with all your friends who are Broncos fans, and most importantly, comment below with your impressions. I want to read each and every one of your opinions. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay tuned because the best is yet to come. The Denver Broncos family is growing, and you're a fundamental part of this journey toward success. Until the next video, Broncos Country, bring on the regular season because we're ready to make some noise. Go Broncos!